Instructional strategies for transfer. So, how can we help transfer occur to a greater degree? Research shows that the strategies summarized in Table 1 can dramatically improve transfer from instruction to the real world. In light of the discussion from Worksheet 11.1, identify strategies for transfer in Table 1 below. 6 strategies for improving transfer from instruction to the job. Number 1 strategy: engage learners in similar contexts. The context of learning can be very much like the context of application, so transfer is easier. The goal is to create instruction that is directly applicable to how the content is used in the real world. Investigate connections. Number 2, investigate connections. Transfer is improved when new knowledge and skills are connected to what is already known. Analogies and metaphors are often extremely helpful, but it is critical that differences between the analogy and the current situation be pointed out. Number 3, provide extensive practice. Routine skills can be practiced extensively so they become routine and automatic. For nearer transfer, practicing to the point where skills can be done automatically is often needed. Number 4, provide varied practice. Most instruction simplifies practice, both in breadth and depth, but this interferes with transfer to more complex application in the real world. Transfer is improved when learners have the opportunity to practice in the wide range of contexts in which they are expected to perform. Number 5, intentionally extract underlying principles. For transfer situations where the learner is expected to apply skills in diverse situations, they need to be able to recognize and then apply underlying principles. Number 6, teach learners to self-monitor. Skillful learners naturally reflect on their own thinking processes in order to improve learning and performance. Teaching learners when and how to monitor their thinking processes and performance aids and transfer. Strategies for transfer of learning. Number 1, focus on core concepts. Students can more effectively transfer their knowledge when they comprehend principles that organize, guide, and explain content and skills. Instructors can develop activities that connect dots through deeper relationships, shared functions, or similar organizing principles. With a strong conceptual framework, rather than memorize facts or a string of lecture notes, students can recognize contexts operating through similar concepts and arrange knowledge as more functional parts of a whole. Number 2, include activities that promote deeper learning. A larger approach to conceptual learning, deeper learning, asks students to practice more rigorous thinking than memorization, skills practice, or test preparation. Instructors can design class activities and assessments like active learning that span Bloom's taxonomy, thereby leading students to more independent thinking and the ability to recognize both the details and the broad strokes of what they study. Number 3, provide comparative scenarios. Students develop the ability to transfer their learning by practicing transfer. Instructors can present two different scenarios, formulas, or readings and ask students to find single approaches for solving or analyzing each. Flipping the script, they can ask students to construct a different problem or scenario that requires the same skills and knowledge as a completed assignment. Instructors can also engage students in case studies where a variety of skills and knowledge sets may be stretched to address issues that are similar to but not exactly readings or lecture material. Number 4. Provide a roadmap with links. Students are more engaged when instructors provide a clear sense of direction for intended learning. By making intellectual links between segments of class or asking students to articulate the relationship between a previous class and a current class, instructors show how knowledge operates in more than one context and give students practice charting their learning beyond single context. Number 5. Build on previous knowledge. Students construct their learning by integrating new knowledge into knowledge they already have. Instructors can support student learning by assessing and building from previous knowledge. They can also make this process explicit for students, which in turn helps students learn to link their knowledge and treat it as a network rather than individual nuggets. Number 6. Be explicit about transfer. When engaging students in activities that promote transfer, instructors should feel free to make their learning goals known. Students will practice transfer better when they learn to recognize it in action and will more willingly engage in a lesson if the instructor presents the benefits of transfer for career aspirations and future learning.